Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the four factors of impulse. Basically, these are the four factors of persuasion. Um, Pretty much can use this at any point in your sales pitch, whether it be in the beginning. You can use this to pick up dates. You can use this to um, close appointments. You can use this to get appointments. These are literally the four factors that people operate on, right? So people are uh, designed by nature, right? And they have some psychological factors that people always act on, right? You ever notice that whenever you go to a big retailer like a Walmart, let's just say for example, how Walmart has like rollback savings everywhere, right? It's not really a deal, but every day there's always a new deal, right? So they're constantly using four factors of impulse around you, whether you realize it or not, or even when you're watching a commercial, right? There's always a fear of loss that you're going to lose out on that deal if you don't act soon, that there's only a one-time savings, or you got to act now, right? If not, this is going to end tomorrow. There's always people always talking about that. My neighbor got this, a recommendation, right, or a testimonial. My neighbor got this. This is what happened, or this one guy he started using it, and these other people started using it, and now they're all making 100K plus, right? So I'm just gonna kind of break down four factors of impulse and give you guys examples and start giving you guys ideas of how you can use it. So keep in mind this is selling fundamentals, and this is probably one of the most important things that you're gonna learn to utilize, and over the course of time, it's gonna be a little bit like kind of like awkward and weird when you first start using it, but as you go through it, um, you're gonna become more natural, and you're just gonna be able to do it off the pulse, and it's gonna separate you from the person that makes 50 grand a year or 40 grand a year from the person that makes like 100 plus a year. So let's just go through number one, and the way that you can remember this is just Fuji. So if that's like the acronym. So we're gonna cover the first one, which is fear of loss. So fear of loss is it's a great one. But we see it all the time, right? It's the fear that someone's going to lose out on a deal or a promotion or on anything, on any type of deal if they don't act now, right? So an example is if you don't do X, you will lose out on this great deal, right? So listen, I'm only gonna be here right now. I don't know another time you're gonna get an opportunity like this. Um, we have to do this now if we're gonna do it at all, right? Or Walmart or Shoprite, they're running some great promotions today. But the season it's only gonna be at the first of the month. So if we don't take advantage of those savings, we're gonna lose out on that deal, right? Or Tom's only in town for tonight. If we don't go and meet with Tom tonight, we're probably not gonna be able to meet with him, right? So let's go meet with Tom, right? So it's a fear of loss. If I don't do it, I'm going to lose out, right? So you guys can use this in your pitches, whether it be in the beginning or even the end, right? So sometimes I act upon the fear of loss. Like, let's just say you're on the phone, right? And you have a phone call or you have an in-person meeting. You'd be like, hey, awesome stopping by. I only got about like 5 minutes. I'm gonna be running to lunch, or I'm actually only available today. Let's go run down what we kind of have to offer, right? Or oh, okay, cool. I only have about an hour of time. Let's go through it right now before I have like another appointment, right? So the next one's gonna be urgency. So it won't take long at all, right? So there's two types of urgency. There's always your urgency and their urgency. So if you want to make a lot of money, I'm gonna go through your urgency. If you want to make a lot of money in sales and you want to do really well, you have to have a high sense of urgency, right? You have to be willing to do whatever it takes, and you have a sense of purpose and pride to what you're doing. So like if I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start doing sales one day, like I know that when I start that day that I'm going there to make money, and I have a goal in my mind, right? I know that by the end of the week I want to be at 2 grand or 3 grand, right? I have a goal in my mind that I'm gonna hit. So I have a sense of urgency that I'm not gonna waste my time with the wrong appointments or the wrong people, that I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to be urgent, right? I'm going to take minimum breaks. I'm going to go and I'm going to crush it. If I'm going to be working for 8 hours, I'm going to commit to working 8 hours, right? And another one is like you have to match the person's urgency, right? So if a person's slow paced, right? And they're just calmer. You want to be a little bit calmer how you talk to them. But if they're really fast paced and they're kind of jumpy and they're excited, right? You want to be excited back with them. So you want to be able to match their urgency, right? So if someone's going to be super excited, you got to be super excited. Someone's going to be a little bit calmer, mellower, you want to be calmer or mellow, right? So you want to match their urgency. And you also want to let them know verbally too, like, hey, this is not going to take a long time. Basically, this meeting is going to be about 45 minutes, or hey, this is not going to take a long time. I'm actually be able to sign you up in about 5-10 minutes. This is all we're going to do today. I'm just going to run it through, see if this makes sense for you. So have a high sense of urgency, and let them know it doesn't take a long time, and match their tone. The next one's Jones effect. So this is one of my favorite ones. This one is like crazy. Like I always see people act on this. This one's probably the most common used. So essentially where Jones effect came from is it comes from the Joneses down the street. So there was a famous family, right, called the Joneses, and basically who the Jones family was, they were the family that everyone wanted to be down the street, right? They they wanted the Joneses are the people that live down the street. They got the Ferrari, right? The Joneses got the hot wife, the hot husband. The Joneses got like the new toys. The Joneses got like everything covered. They live the life that you want to live, right? Everyone wants to be the Joneses, right? So the Jones have it, I gotta have it, right? Do I need a Lamborghini? No, but the Jones have it, right? So I want to have it, right? That's what success looks like. I want to be successful. The Joneses have it, right? Or my friend started working with this one guy. He's making 100K a year. I want to work with that person, right? If they have it, I want it. So like the way that you guys can utilize this in like your pitches is maybe if you're selling real estate, for example. I'll just throw that out there. A lot of families have been snatching up houses on this block. I don't really know how much longer this house is going to be on the market. I already have a couple of people who are interested in it. If you guys want to do it, I would suggest that you guys act soon, and I'm only looking out for you and your best interest, right? So I use a couple of factors of impulse there, but you see how I apply Jones effect, right? There's a couple of people looking at this house. There's been a couple of families looking at this property. People have been snatching up houses on this block, right? That's a hot block. Obviously, it's a Jones effect, right? Other people want that. I should want it too, right? Or if I'm selling a physical product, hey, I actually sold this to a couple your age yesterday, and there was a couple of people inquiring about it today. Um, I really think it'd be a good fit for you, right? A lot of people have been taking up this offer today, or a lot of people have been starting to get this new item that we have going on. This is actually one of our most popular items. We actually see about 66% of our customer base actually go to this product. This is the better deal, right? Everyone's doing it. It makes sense, right? That's the Jones effect. And then the next one is going to be indifference. So indifference is just acting the opposite of salesman. And this one's a little bit harder to get a concept on and kind of get a grasp on, but you're going to start learning it over time, right? So there's no need to be pushy, or you don't want to be the salesperson, right? So the way someone explained it to me one time is think of like a big Rottweiler. Okay, like a Rottweiler is like super vicious dog, is like foaming at the mouth. Like, would you want to pet the Rottweiler? You probably don't want to pet the Rottweiler, right? So now I want you to think about like a cute little puppy, right? It's a cute little puppy. It's kind of like minding his own business, kind of walking around. Would you pet that one? Yeah, probably, right? So it's just the difference between the two is just the amount of aggressiveness, right? So you want to act the opposite of the salesman. You don't want to be the crazy Rottweiler, right? You don't want to be the stereotypical used car salesman. Hey, how's it going? Hey, we got some great deals. Get over here. Let me show you this. Let me show you this, right? Or like, hey, listen, listen, listen. We only got this one time deal. We can only do this now, right? You don't want to be crazy. You want to be like, hey, listen, we have some great things going on. Let me go ahead and show you what we got, right? Or hey, I heard that you wanna increase, your sales, or I heard that you're looking for a house in the market. Let me show you a little bit of the stuff that we got, right? I always like to say, in this example is think about Apple. I'm sure that a decent amount of you guys have obviously heard of Apple or have been in an Apple store. But if you haven't been in an Apple store, I kind of describe it to you. So if you walk into an Apple store, it's very clean. You walk in, it's nice and bright. It's radiant, right? And then the people that work in the Apple store they're called Apple genies, right? or geniuses. So they're called geniuses. So those are essentially the salespeople, right? Because Apple, at the end of the day, they sell $2,000, $3,000 products, right? They sell iPhones that sell for like $1,000. But the salespeople, they're not pushing it up on you when you walk in there. Instead, they come up to you and say, "Hey, my name's Todd. If you have any questions, let me know." You can kind of just run through the product yourself, right? So Todd is there for you, but he's not saying like, "Hey, want to come check out this really cool new iPhone we got going on? It's got some awesome features. Let me show you." Like, he's just the opposite of a salesman, right? "Hey, my name is Todd. I work with Apple and an Apple genius. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, feel free to take a look around." Right? Simple. It's indifferent. It's acting the opposite of salesman. So when you go in there, you want to be indifferent. And you also want to be indifferent because you want to be unemotionally attached. You have to understand that sales is a numbers game, right? I'm going to get more no's than I'm going to get yeses. And that's fine. That's to be expected, and I have to understand that that's to be expected. So if I make 100 phone calls in one day, I know that probably about 97 people are going to say no, but there's going to be 3 or maybe even 4 people that say yes. And all I'm doing every single day is looking for the 3 or 4 people that say yes. So that's the indifference. You have to understand that it's going to work out, and you don't want to let your emotions get the best of you, right? You want to be calm. You have to understand this is a numbers game. And that's going to make the difference of you making $52,000 a year or making 100 plus a year. So these are the 4 factors of impulse. I hope you guys use them well. The acronym is Fuji, if you want to help memorize it. If you guys want more feedback on this, just let me know. But these are essentially just the 4 factors of impulse and the factors that people act on when they buy, right? So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy this one.